Board of Education and the Foundation Subcommittee to order on August 31st, 2023 at 3 o'clock. We are being live streamed. Could we have a roll call, please?
Palm Springs Unified School District Board Member Girardi.
Here.
Foundation Board President Gauthier.
Here.
Foundation Board Member Bush.
Here.
Palm Springs Unified School District Board Member Cornett.
Here.
And Interim Superintendent of Schools Signoret.
Here.
And we have Foundation President Ellen Goodman absent today.
Okay. May I have approval of the agenda, please? A motion?
So moved.
May I have a second? Kathy, did you second it?
Yeah, that's fine. John and I both seconded it.
Oh,
I
okay.
did it silently.
Oh. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have any public comments?
We do not have any public comments.
Okay, so we'll go down to number 4, information and discussion. A foundation update, and I'm not sure who's going to be doing that today.
Well, I'm happy to do it in Ellen's place. Our director, Ellen Goodman, is on the East Coast this week. She's technically on vacation, but she's also meeting with 2 of our major donors. So no rest for the weary. Both Tony and Simone have heard most of what I'll say right now because they attended our foundation board meeting this morning. So I'll be quick. We've started out the year at the foundation very strong. As you know, our fiscal year is concurrent with the school year. So this is our beginning as well as the school year's beginning. We have about $4.6 million in our investment portfolio, about $240,000 in the bank, and our income last month was $83,000. So we're well on track for another successful year. Possibly not as successful as the previous one, but that would be unusual. Our projects are all running smoothly. Our focus right now is on our special event on October 7th, which is our one night out Bollywood friend-raiser at the Palm Springs Air Museum. And tickets are selling fast and furiously on that. The website is onenightout.net for your information. Wellness centers are going strong. We are putting the finishing touches on the latest of the campus wellness centers with Rancho Mirage High School, as well as fundraising for those projects. Classroom grants are well underway. We have $36,000 in requests already for this year's classroom grants. Our shoe giveaway event yesterday was very successful. That has turned into one of our donors' favorite fundraisers, and you can see why. It really touches people. Our back to school happy hour for teachers was one of the first things we did focused solely on teachers as opposed to students. And I think that was one of the worthiest things we've done recently, and I think we want to do that again. So fundraising, marketing, board development, we're working on all fronts and looking forward to a very profitable year for our teachers and our students. And Kathy, what did I forget? I know there's a million other things Ellen is working on.
We're looking actively in the SMART program for mentors now. So if you can think of any mentors that, we can encourage to volunteer, we're opening a 3rd site at Palm Springs High School. So we have even greater needs of mentors to replace those that couldn't do it this year. And we're looking forward to the program starting in January with 2nd semester juniors. I think you're probably familiar with the general scheme of things, but just to reiterate, in the junior year, it's more on how to choose a college and what you intend to do at college and selecting your areas of interest and picking out the college that would suit that area of interest, as well as going on field trips to see certain campuses that we fund for both the families and the students, so the students can be comfortable where their children are going to school. Mr. Signoret can relate to that, effort. Then in their senior year, their first year of senior year, they'll be doing applications with the mentors and going through that process, followed by learning to fill out the FAFSA form so they can get financial aid. And then once they've submitted their forms, their applications in the fall, then as they're waiting for responses and whatnot, we use the second semester. This is cruising along at a very high level to kind of teach them some success skills for college, such as time management, how to study, whatnot, so that when they go to college, they can be successful and have a sense of what's expected and how they can achieve what their goals are with a little help on just the practicalities of it. So that's our SMART program, which we're very proud of. And we are looking forward to expanding it because it's been highly successful. I believe the success rate for SMART students and going to college is 100%. So that's really encouraging and they're chosen by selecting themselves, but most importantly, the counselors are kind of choosing students that are on the borderline, where they're either because of family circumstances or whatnot, they have potential, but they might just slip through the cracks. So this is a great opportunity to have one-on-one mentoring.
Thanks, Kathy. I'll just add one more item, which is that Dr. Signore was kind enough to give us a presentation at our board meeting this morning about the school's priorities, sort of philosophically speaking, and it was very rewarding for us to realize that many of our initiatives, if not all of them, address and dovetail very nicely with the district's priorities as he laid them out. So I think we're all on the same track. And I think that's it for us.
Okay, great. Sounds like you're really busy and raising a lot of money so far, and you have money in the bank, which is fabulous. Dr. Signore, do you have a district update?
Yes, thank you. And I'll can I share my screen, Erica? Okay,
Should be good to go.
does that show up okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so so just I won't go into as much detail as I did this morning with the foundation, but as Mark was mentioning, the main thing that I reviewed with the foundation was the 4 focus areas that we have shared with the district, with the board, with all of our leadership team, are revolving around our overarching goal of committing to an anti-racist, anti-discriminatory learning community, and then the 4 focus areas, which all are on student achievement, safe environment, leadership development, and accountability. And I want to point out what was one of the foundation board members that brought up the expanding upon even our focus areas, and in particular when I talked about leadership development, talking about leadership development also amongst our students and getting them more involved and helping them grow as future leaders. So that was a great insight, because again, our goal with our focus areas is to help create something concrete, something that everybody can grasp onto, but having a leadership that also expands on even with our students, and each of these focus areas isn't again to be just narrow focused. If we can expand on it, it was excellent. So I agree. It was a great discussion, and really appreciated Foundation's insight on how they can help. And then from there, and I'll stop sharing. We also talked about the importance of student attendance, and how we need to really bring in all motivational strategies to bring our students in, the impact of chronic absenteeism, which is a reality that we're facing. But we really need to motivate kids to be at school. The wellness centers that the foundation has helped tremendously throughout the district are going to be a key in getting kids into school and keeping them into school. And so I even gave some of my own personal examples of how, after the pandemic, some of my own children needed a little extra time, and I would just let them stay at home, but understanding not only the academic impact, but the ADA impact on doing that. And collectively that just creates, hinders the district long-term in as far as funding. And so we want to bring kids, we want to be mindful of their social emotional needs, but things like the wellness center can help us get the kids into school, help them with the needs that they have, and help them continue on. And so attendance is one of the other things that we talked about, and also emphasizing expanded learning programs that also are that attraction, that hook, that we want to get kids to be in school and stay in school. And so that's just a brief summary. I don't want to go in every single detail, but that was what we reviewed this morning with the directors of the board of the foundation.
Thank you, Dr. Signoret. Is there anybody else that wants to add anything else for an update? Okay, we'll go on down to member comments. Does anybody else have something to add?
I don't know if this will add, but I do have a question, and it's one I've heard a couple of times in the community up here. Let me preface it with thanking the foundation for stepping up, like many of the employees in PSUSD when we had the devastating fire at the trailer park down here. But one question is, what's happening with the funds that were donated? I don't know if you guys are ready to answer that question, if you know, but nobody seems to know if any of those funds have been distributed and what exactly they are to be distributed for. And I've had that question asked me now several times, and I'd like to be able to get back to an answer sometime.
Kathy, do you have any knowledge of that? I don't.
I don't either.
Okay.
I know Javier was the head of that, basically spearheading that effort. And I only remember that the district opened, wasn't it DHS High School for some of the families to be sheltered, which was deeply appreciated, I think, by everyone. And I'm not quite sure, it was gathered to help families get on their feet. And I know that some toiletry items and whatnot donated, and
My memory is that Kathy, my memory is that the money was turned over to family services for them to disperse as needed.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that, and I think I'll circle back with Javier Sanchez after this meeting and send you an email, John.
Okay.
We don't often spring into action for ad hoc causes like that.
Sure.
And it happened very quickly, and Ellen and Javier managed it themselves. So I'll find out and get you an answer.
Well, I was very much appreciated, and all the efforts of many, many employees up here were certainly appreciated to help those families out. It's just people are just curious, because I know they've told me, I've donated to the foundation for this cause. You know what's going on, and so I didn't know if I didn't think you guys would know, and I just appreciate you looking into it.
I'm 90% sure that it all went to family services for them to deal with, but I'll check.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Does anybody else have anything to add? I just have something that I just want to say how much I appreciate the positive work between our cabinet and the foundation. I mean, I think it really helps when we work together for the betterment of not only our students, but our staff and also our families in the community. So thank you to the foundation and to administration.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure.
It's our pleasure too. Trust me, to work with you guys.
It's a wonderful collaboration. I love it.
It is. It is a wonderful collaboration. Is there any other comments from members?
If I just chime in, and you guys probably know this better than I do, but it's a wonderful collaboration, because so many times there's a disconnect between what the district wants to do and what the foundation wants to do. I've seen that personally, like at College of the Desert, and it's really nice that we are able to collaborate and get on the same page and work in the same direction. So that's a real pleasure, I got to tell you.
All the difference.
Yeah.
All right, any other comments? Okay, we'll go on to number 6, approval of the board foundation subcommittee meeting minutes from June 15th, 2023. May I have a motion for approval?
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'm abstaining since I was absent. All those in favor who attended?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody else? Simone, were you there?
I was there, so I'll say aye. Just there. Usually I sit back. I was there. Aye.
Okay, all right, okay, so motion passes, thank you. The setting of the next board foundation subcommittee meeting is December 14th, 2023.
Well, we are actually having a study session on October 10th with the board, so.
That's right,
Oh, okay.
October 10th, I read that in the minutes. And that will be at a regular board meeting, school
Correct.
board meeting. And so we'll just probably start around 3 o'clock for that.
Yeah, we'll have the study session right before our board meeting.
Okay,
And
sounds
that
good.
will take place at this meeting on December 14th or 10th. I'm getting my date's a little confused.
We'll have the study session on October 10th, and then
Right.
the next virtual subcommittee meeting in this setting will be on December 14th.
We will still, 4 days later, we'll still have that meeting?
A few months later.
No, December 14th, John.
Oh, I apologize. Okay, that's right.
Oh yeah, December, sorry, October and then December.
October, there you go. I'm telling you, it gets worse every day.
Oh, no.
I hear you.
Uh,
Not for you, for me.
yeah. Hey, I hate to admit this in public, but I was in Zoom yesterday for about 10 minutes waiting for our agenda planning to start. And then they tell me, no, it's next week.
But you were there.
Well, we appreciate the initiative, John.
Yeah, right. I'm gun ho.
And hope to have a meeting, okay. All right, now we're down to number 8, adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second?
Set.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you all.
Now adjourned, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.